Okay, this demo will be some After Effects title effects that we'll use for the fashion show. So the first thing I'm going to do is close this window. How you use After Effects is you make a file just like you would in Photoshop, right? Where you file, new file, but we don't call it file, we call it a composition. Composition is basically a box that you do your animation in. So I can click the new animation, new composition box. I can give it a name, fashion test. You can tell it how long you want it to be. I'm going to say how many different text effects do we want? Maybe we'll do 3 different ones, 10 seconds each. I'm going to do 4K. Or we're doing 2K, aren't we? 2K. Oh, I don't have a 2K. Film 2K. I will just leave it at 4K. We can shrink it down. Doesn't matter. I'm going to leave the background black because when I export it out, I'm going to export it out as a certain type of compression called animation compression. That animation compression then can be superimposed over top of a video footage so that the artwork around the text is transparent. So if I hit OK, it brings up a big black box. That's all it is. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some text on the screen. So what kind of student? We don't have a student name, so we're just going to type in student name. And let me make it a little bit bigger so we can see it. To use this program, remember the diamonds that we have inside of Premiere? Well, you have diamonds as well. Down here in the box down here, this is a timeline, kind of like you have a timeline inside of Premiere, but of course it's just one big bar. It doesn't mean much to you. You don't see a thumbnail of what the video is. And then this is the area that you kind of prepare your artwork, and so under transform there is a scale option, so I'm going to make my text bigger. There it is. You might want to do that, I'm going to make it somewhat, maybe change the font so it's a little bit more interesting. I would love to have some nice font that would go with the should we do something like that? Scripty font? What do you think? Scripty font like that? Okay, so something like that. Okay, so let's put it, I usually animate backwards. What does that mean? Well, I want the text to come in. Think of the crazy background we have, where we have the artwork of the student going behind here, right? Maybe I want the text to come flying in, stay here for a little bit, and then fly off. Well, I usually start like this. I'm going to start it here, and I'm going to work backwards because I want the text to be somewhere else. So I'm going to sort of make a keyframe here. Remember the diamond? Yeah. Make a keyframe here. Hey, this is where I want it to stop. In the middle of the animation, right? And so I'm going to have some crazy stuff happening, and then stop here, and then crazy stuff happening as it goes away. Okay, so again, I put it where I think I want it to be. We want to do that out to maybe, how about, these are seconds down here. You'll notice this says 05 seconds, this is 010 seconds. So maybe 2 seconds, that's a long time, 2 seconds, but maybe 2 seconds. The text comes flying in, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to put a position, remember, just like the diamonds inside of Premiere. You got a diamond, I'm going to put position. I'm not going to change the scale. I'm just going to put position. Then I'm going to go back to the beginning. And now I'm going to apply an effect. The effects are there's a lot of pre-made effects already in the program. To bring up the pre-made effects, you go underneath the window, and then there is one for effects and presets. And underneath there is one for text, for title, text right here. So, oh no, not that one. Where is it? There is one for presets. Where am I at? Animation presets right here. Under animation presets, there is one for text here. And then there's a whole bunch of these effects right here. Animate in. You got them flying in. Espresso eye chart. Fade up and flip. Fade up characters. Fade up in lines. Fly in from the bottom. Fly in with a twist. And so all these things are just cool text effects. I can drag it from here onto my text, release my mouse, and it will actually go and do the effects for you. You can see what it looks like by hitting the spacebar. And oh, that doesn't do much. It just flies in. Pretty boring. Okay, but you get the idea. I'm going to undo that. I'm going to undo apply effect. There's got to be something a little bit more interesting than that. We got typewriter, smooth in, slow fade on, random shuffle. Got to be something. How about animate out? No, that would be at the end. Let's see. Light and optics. How about blue flash, bubble pulse? Ooh, that sounds interesting. Let's see what that does. There we go. That could be something towards the end of it, maybe. After it comes flying in. You see that? So again, I'm going to undo that. And then let's see. How about sonar ping, spin, and flash? What does that do? Spin and flash. There we go. That might work. Maybe it comes in like that. It's better than some of the other ones. Let's see. All right, these things are way over here. Why am I stuck here? I get the hand. I am stuck. It has frozen. Oh, there we go. Over here's frozen, though. No, something is frozen. Something is on. Uh-oh. I think I'm going to have to start over. Something froze on me. Student name, right? STUD student name. Let's change the size. And then position somewhere. There we go. And then what we're doing, animation presets. Oh, yeah, Jesus, not enough room on this. And then animation presets, and then underneath again text. There's a whole bunch of them in there that you can do. If you go past, what is this? Centipede, circuit board, frenzy. Oh, that sounds interesting. There we go. What's this? Frenzy. That's a little bit too much, probably. Karate chop. There we go. That's it. It just does a karate chop. Boy. Organism. Wow. That was a weird one. How about bubble pop? Whoosh. How about wiggly, scale, and wipe? I didn't do much. How about loopy loop? That's pretty boring. I can't find anything I like. What was antelope? Oh, there we go. That's kind of fun. That was funner than some of the other ones. How about autumn? Boomerang. Oh, that was better. How about fish bait? What is that? Whoosh. How about we just somebody's gonna have to go through and try wiggly lines. That one's not bad. Where it just comes in. Yo-yo. Whoosh. Light and optics. Hop, skip, and jump. How about explosion? That'd be good at the end, right? Maybe we could have it do something and then blow up at the end like that. That's pretty good. How about explosion 2? Ooh, that's kind of good. We could have that at the end. How about smoky? Whoosh. Mechanical? Electromagnetic? Okay, how about we do that one? Let me try another one. Let me put another one on there. Okay, let me try a couple more here. What do we got? Blur.
I'm having to kind of just watch this thing and scrolling through. I'm not able to play it anymore.
How about that? What, your computer is not working? Is that what?
I'm overlaying the hell out of it, so it's refusing to play unless I export it as a file. But I'm able to kind of watch it by scrolling.
Scrubbing it.
Yeah, scrubbing it, right.
Well, we could do maybe a combination of something like this, where it blurs in, and then it explode. Oh no, that's not exploding. I wanted to do exploding. Where's this? Delete that. It blurs in for a little bit, and then where was the explosion? Explosion. Then explodes. How about something like that? So if I was going to superimpose this in Premiere, so again I have some kind of blur in, student name on there, holds on there for a few seconds, and then blows up at the end like that. You see that? So I would export it out of this program by exporting to render queue, and I am going to give it a name, and we're going to say text sample like that, and then I'm going to put it somewhere on my computer, on my messy desktop, and then I'm going to hit render, and so it'll go and make it into a video. Hopefully. Oh, it's going all the way to the very end. Didn't I shorten it down? Oh yeah, there it goes. It explodes at the end. There we go. So something like that. Blur in and then explode at the end would be something fun. And so how would I use that? Well, if I go back to Premiere, here's our student name. Instead of student name, we're going to get rid of that. There we go. Let's get rid of student name. Let's bring that in. What did I call it? Something. Text sample. Is that what I called it? Yeah. I can put that over top of my footage. And it's covering it, but you could go and use a effect. And the effect I'm going to use is underneath the effects. Where is effects? Where am I at? Effects. Under effects, I'm going to use a composite. So I want to take the black and make it transparent. And I'm going to use under effects, under video effects, there is one for keying right here. And so under keying, there's alpha. Which alpha mask do I want? I want color key, difference matte, image matte, luma key, non-key, alpha adjust. Maybe that would be the one. No. I don't know. They keep changing this on me. Alpha. Ignore alpha. Invert mask. Oh, that doesn't do anything. Mask only. I must have exported it out wrong. It's no good. What happened to alpha? Alpha adjust. I guess we could do Lumina key. That would work. There we go. So I guess we could do Lumina key. So again, you'll see wherever I put it, it's kind of in the middle. The color isn't quite right, but you get the idea. I could bring it in from After Effects, where you have the student name come in with some kind of effect like that. And then we could have it blow up at the end. I put the explosion at the end. So we just need to go through and find an effect that I think would work, and then we could do each student and then save it out, and then we superimpose it over top of whatever you want. Okay? I don't know. That was my first look at trying it.